What's up, guys? It is really good to be back here on YouTube after a crazy 2024. But here in 2025, we are ready to lock in. In this video today, I want to help you decide what is the absolute best business for you here in 2025. Maybe you've never even tried to start one. Maybe you've tried, but it hasn't quite worked out. Or maybe you have started a business and in 2025, you need to lock in and scale it. Regardless of which of those three categories you're in, I think today's video is going to be helpful for you. We're going to talk about this through the lens of my 2025 business strategy. We're going to go back, we're going to recap some of 2024, wasn't the best year, but then we're going to plan for how I'm going to approach 2025. And as I go through my plan for 2025, I hope it helps you cement yours and maybe even gives me the opportunity to help you in your journey. All that being said, let's jump into my computer and we'll get started. Okay, guys, so there are a few things we're going to go through. You're welcome to use the timestamps down at the bottom of the video if you want to jump around, but I do encourage you to listen to all of it together and it will make a lot more sense. We're going to talk about my main businesses. If you're not familiar with some of my previous content, the things that I've been focusing on over the years, and even if you are, there might be a couple new additions here. We're going to quickly recap 2024 and why it wasn't the best year in the world. These two buckets have a lot to do with my plan for 2025. And again, I think that will help you think about your year as well. And then we'll talk about my plan for 2025. So, if you are familiar with my content, my main focus has always been affiliate marketing, or at least that's how I got started. The very first thing while I was still a youth pastor, I was doing affiliate marketing just on the side, just for fun, loved doing it. That first year, I made just over $200,000 again, part time while doing my full time job, 60 plus hours a week. In fact, I told someone the story the other day. One of my favorite moments starting affiliate marketing was I was actually up on stage teaching on a Wednesday night. I came off the stage. It was an incredible night. Got home, pulled up my phone, and realized I had gotten two $1,000 commissions while I was teaching. Blew my mind. So, affiliate marketing has been a really big part ever since before I even went full time of the businesses that I run. Second is online arbitrage. So when I went full time in this business, I made the shift from just affiliate marketing to also doing online arbitrage, primarily because with affiliate marketing, it required that I was on camera all the time. So the big switch to online arbitrage was I can still do affiliate marketing when I want, I can still make content when I want, but my income is not requiring me to be on camera every single day or I don't make money. So the best part about online arbitrage is I went really, really hard for about 2 months. I brought someone who was already working with me on some other projects in, and now I have a team of 5 people who literally run this entire business themselves. 3 of them handle all of our sourcing, which means they go find the product. One of them handles all of our buying, so she buys it and has it shipped to our prep center. And then another handles all of our admin stuff, so talking to suppliers when something doesn't get shipped out, or communicate with our prep center or with Amazon, or if we get some kind of account issue, she handles all of that. And the 5 of them run the entire business. Maybe once a month, probably more like 2 or 3 months, I jump in to help fix something if it goes wrong. But again, that's very, very rare. Third is the Amazon influencer program. This is something I started doing just for fun, but made really good money with it. And this is something, and if you're not familiar with the Amazon influencer program, it's creating 1 to 3 minute videos. If you want, they can be just faceless review videos of products. And then Amazon gives you a commission when you do it. It's one of the best things ever to start for newbies. And I'm actually implementing that a lot this year, but we'll come back to that. And this is like my passion project. Let me throw this in here. This is what I've been wanting to do for a while. All 3 of these businesses, I've done well over 6 figures in all of them. So I realized I would love to teach people how to do these businesses as well. So we built full courses for all 3 of these inside of the Online Business Academy. In fact, if you want to get started, our founder rate is still going until February 1st of this year. And then every couple months, we'll continue to raise the price. If you do want to join the Online Business Academy, you can do it down low. This is what I'll be working on for the next decade, and I'm so excited about it. But we put full courses for affiliate marketing, online arbitrage, and the Amazon influencer. But one of my favorite parts is you get direct contact with me. Whether you just have a question, want to ask over text, you can also submit requests for video feedback. So you can send me a Loom video of the issue you're having, and then I jump on and I answer it over video just like this. I'm so excited about what this is going to continue to become over the next year while still doing all these other 3 things. Next, I have a lot of small businesses that I've started. If you're a serial entrepreneur, you'll hear about something exciting, you jump in and just want to test it. In fact, one of those examples is last year TikTok Shop affiliate. Now, into 2024 got very crazy because of some personal issues, but I started doing this. In fact, inside of the Online Business Academy, what I do is anything that I'm testing, I create like a behind the scenes course. So I have that with TikTok Shop affiliate where you can see me doing it live. And I'm not an expert on it. I'm still learning it. Like it's not these where I've done $100,000. This is one that I'm learning and just did a behind the scenes course. But on top of TikTok Shop affiliate, I have other ones just like that. For example, last year we did a app for the Apple Store. We actually made 4 of them. That one's been a huge pain in the butt where we actually still don't even have them up yet. But a lot of stuff like that, some work out, some make a few bucks, some don't work out at all. But I have a lot of those that still occasionally make me money from projects that I spent 1 to 2 months on at some point over the last few years. And then finally, I've got a few new ones, which we're going to talk about here in a few minutes, that I'm trying for 2025. Really, my team are spending their extra hours working on these when we don't have money to put into online arbitrage. And again, we'll go into that in a little more depth here in a minute. Let me zoom through kind of a recap of 2024. It wasn't the best, unfortunately. January to June, our online arbitrage business was doing $100,000 a month of ad spend or of product spend. So we were going out and buying $100,000 worth of product every month. In fact, we had been in this place for about a year and a half. So I believe all of 2023. We started getting close at the end of 2022. In 2023, I think except for maybe 1 month, we spent over $100,000 in product every month. And then in 2024, all the way until June, we were able to keep that rhythm. And we were doing anywhere between $15,000 and $20,000 of profit every single month. Really, really, like we were flowing really well. And then I made some poor decisions. It does happen. I realized at that time I was holding way too much money. And if you know online arbitrage, if you're holding the money, you're not making money from it. So I decided to test out some wholesale purchases. I made, I believe, 4 purchases over $50,000. And the problem was they were really big purchases, and the really big purchase allowed me to get really good discounts on them. So I was making a very high margin on these products. But the problem is I started holding these 6, 7 months. In fact, some of them I am still holding a decent amount of the product from these wholesale purchases. So then I had less money to spend into OA because of this. On top of that, we had some credit cards and loans that all hit at once, on top of me using way too much money on wholesale purchases, which was just unfortunate. The timing, it was a mismanagement on my part, which was really unfortunate. In fact, if you're doing OA, I loved this strategy. We actually went out, and you can do this for free, or you can go out and hire a company to do it. We hired a company to go out and acquire zero interest credit cards for us for a year. So we had over $200,000 of zero APR credit cards. So we paid no interest for the first year, but after that year, you just had to make sure that you didn't have any remaining balance. And we miscalculated that a little bit, again, a lot. And because of that, if you do want the name of that company, they actually help you get more money than you would be able to get by yourself. Feel free to email me at info@jakethornhill.com. I'm more than happy to connect you with them if you would like to use them. Really good experience, but again, I kind of mismanaged the timing. So we had our credit cards and our loans hit us at once, on top of using a lot of wholesale money, which really plummeted how much we were able to spend on OA per month. Also, at the same time, we were launching the Online Business Academy, and I ran a lot of money in ads. Because the founder rate was so cheap, it probably wasn't the best decision. I actually don't hate it. We definitely lost a lot of money doing it, but it also helped us get some momentum in the community. So I don't hate it. But again, along with the credit cards hitting, the loans hitting, and big wholesale purchases, it really hurt how much we were able to spend on our primary profit generator at the time of OA. Then we pulled back spending dramatically. At the same time, last year we had 2 losses in our family. 2 people who passed away made all the second half of 2024 really, really difficult on top of all this stuff. So at this point, we were spending. I mean, we were buying anywhere between 1 and 500 units, so probably closer to $5,000 to $20,000 to spend in OA a month. Just drastically dropped from where it was due to these things. And then we did still have money coming in, so we still had Amazon Influencer, which did. I'd have to go back and check. This is actually off the top of my head. I think around $20,000 just on the Amazon commission side last year. And it also brought in some other money, but just in the commission portion did about 18K. And then affiliate marketing, I have a lot of income that still comes in from content I created 2, 3, 4 years ago. Again, very cool thing about affiliate marketing. But most of these two came from things that were done in the previous year. So rough 2024, not terrible, just not the same momentum I had in 2023. And that brings us to 2025 and how I'm reevaluating what the upcoming year is going to look like. And these two buckets, I left them on here. I'm actually going to come back to them in just a second because I think they'll make more sense. So here is something that I started doing early last year, actually, but I want to make this note for you as you're thinking about your business. This could not be more important. Make sure you're taking a salary first. This is especially important if you do online arbitrage, where in your head you want to make more, make more, make more. And so it feels bad to take money out. But because it's such a capital intensive business, it's really important to make sure you're always taking a monthly salary out of your business. So otherwise, it's just way too much risk to not be getting money out of your business. So I couldn't recommend this enough, especially because I got married. It became a no brainer. But you should always be doing this just to create the habit. Even at first, if you're not playing with a lot of money, you want to do $100, $200, 300 just to get yourself in the habit. I cannot recommend this enough. That's just a little bit of a side note. The plan for 2025 is to get all of my extra funds into online arbitrage. So back to what we were doing up here, this is really the goal. I want to be back to doing $100,000 in purchases in OA every single month. So that's our real big focus because we were having so much success with that. But the question becomes, where are we getting our funds for OA? So this is where these two buckets come in. And this is actually from a video I saw from Alex Hormozy last year. And it really helped me as someone who has a tendency of getting really spread out on a lot of projects. And you'll see I still do some of that, and even within the plan. But this bucket right here for me in 2025 is all about online arbitrage. This bucket needs to get filled before I do anything else. So specifically for me, what that looks like is I want to get to the point where we are doing $100,000 of spend on OA products every single month. Once we hit that number, that's going to be a hard cut for us. Once we do that, then we're pouring over into the second bucket, which I'll talk about the second bucket in just a second. So where are we getting our funds for OA? Because of all these things, the wholesale, the loans that hit, the credit cards, which I think we're almost paid off at this point, very, very, very little. Lost some money on ads. Because of all these things, we don't have the same type of funds that we're sitting on for OA. So what is our strategy to get back up to that 100K a month spend? At this point, we're not going back into loans and credit cards. I would recommend the credit card strategy for most people who have decent management. We still made a lot of money doing that. It worked really well for us. The loans, I probably don't recommend. There's just a little more risk than I would like to bring into the business. We still made profit on it, but it was a lot of work for not nearly as much profit as we wanted to get out of it. So where are we getting our funds if we're not going the credit card and the loan route? So the first one is going to be Amazon influencer. And I'm actually going to do another video. So if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe because I've got another video coming out on this. I'm going to highlight this real quick. The reason a lot of people think Amazon influencer is dead, because if you got involved in the end of 22, or if you got involved before 2022, or even first half of 2023, you were making bank with Amazon influencer. It was the freest money I have ever seen online. I think I have the Amazon plastic bags, the little Ziploc paper or the little Ziploc sandwich bags. I'm pretty sure I reviewed those about a minute and 20 seconds and did like $300 once. I have products and I have videos about this inside the Online Business Academy, but I have videos that have done 4,000, 3,000, 2,000. I have like 7 videos that have done over 2,000 in the Amazon influencer program, but it has changed. There's a lot more competition now. So to do it well now involves a few other things. You continue want to get commissions. You need to be more strategic about the products you're reviewing. You don't want to just review anything. And there's actually a really good software that I recommend. And again, we'll get into that in the next video. If you're buying products, there are ways to find really good products with very little competition. Another big part of it for me is actually getting involved in brand deals. So where I'm not taking free products from brands, but rather than when they reach out to me, I usually charge anywhere from 50, 100, sometimes up to $200, depending on the kind of review. They pay me, I review the product, I get commissions on that product, but I also develop long-term relationships with these brands. And when they send it to me, I can then resell those products, whether that's Facebook Marketplace, whether that's on to Amazon with like an OA type strategy, whatever it might be. This is going to be a big part because it's very, very, very reliable. So that's one thing we're implementing. Also for me, I love this. My wife has actually done some Amazon influencer stuff on my account as well and has done a phenomenal job. So I also love this because it's just a fun thing to do that isn't super taxing or a lot that goes into it. Next is we are doing more affiliate marketing here in 2025. So a lot of it will be reviewing softwares that I use. I have so many different softwares I use from, I don't use ClickFunnels as much, but whether it's softwares like ClickFunnels, I have a couple reviews coming up. One that I love called Recut. Love this software. There's just a lot of softwares that I use on an everyday basis, so there's no reason for me not to be reviewing, maybe even making bonus packages for people who are interested. So you'll see those start to come out on YouTube, but also on short form content as well. We'll go back and do a lot more affiliate marketing than we did in 2024, trying to get our OA spend back. Next, and this second bucket for me is the Online Business Academy. This is my primary focus over the next decade. This is the thing I really, really care about. I really want to help other people start to be able to build out businesses just like I've been able to do. They can kind of see over my shoulder as I'm doing them in real time, something like what I did with TikTok Shop Affiliate, something I'm actually going to be doing with a couple new ones down here. But we're going to do a lot more organic promotion of the Online Business Academy, or OBA. We're going to do more content here on YouTube. We're going to do it more through shorts. And then eventually we'll do ads. So I'll pause right here and talk about these two buckets. So the first one is hitting that $100,000 of ad spend per month with online arbitrage. That's going to be what I consider the bucket full. Once we hit that, then the extra money is going to be reallocated into advertising for the Online Business Academy. Again, I see this as our long-term focus, and this is our avenue of really, really growing the Online Business Academy. But this is something that I care so much more about. That's fun to me to help people. And it's just incredibly fulfilling to see people be able to start and run and scale their very own businesses. But one of the ways that we're going to get our funds up for OA is going to be by doing a lot more content about the Online Business Academy. And again, if you are interested in that, there'll be a link down in the description. We'd love to have you join us, especially right now, because the founder rate is still in place. February 1st, it's going up, and then every month or every couple months, the price will continue to increase as we add more and more value. So there's a couple other businesses we're going to be starting, and I'll explain the dynamics of it here in a second. But these are some businesses where we're going to use try to get more funds for OA. So the newest one is KDP. I actually have done KDP in the past. I did it with one book. It was a big book that I wrote, or I had written, and it's made $687 or $81. I looked at it this morning, and it was just a lot of work for a little result, especially because at the time I was doing it, we were making a lot of money in a different place. So I really never dove back into it. I finally decided to start doing low and medium content books. So all three of these strategies down here come out of a very isolated issue for us because we lost so much of our funding for online arbitrage. I have 5 team members who I didn't want to lose because all 5 of them are rock stars, incredible, incredible people, incredible employees. So what I needed to do was find businesses that I could give them to work on, and as we're trying to get our money back for OA. So one of those things is I have them building low to medium content books. And again, I'll do a YouTube video at some point on that. I'm also going to be doing a behind the scenes course as I'm building this out inside the Online Business Academy. Once we do $100,000 of profit with KDP, we'll also turn it into a full-fledged course, just like I did with these 3. So KDP is the first one. That's actually something they're working on now. Unfortunately, with KDP, there is a 3-day-a-book limit, which is unfortunate because we're cranking out like 20, 25 books a day. So because of that, we have to find some other things as well. This is one I'm really excited. I do want to mention there's a link in the bio for this. This is only available, I think, until January 23rd. I told people inside of OBA that I'm not selling or pitching this to anybody, but I was just sharing that this is something that we're doing because I really, really, really like the method and the software that they're using. Long story short, the Omega Project is a promotion going on right now where it's kind of a form of drop shipping, but they have made a system behind the scenes that makes it the most seamless drop shipping I've ever seen. So by that, you can go into their software. They do all the research based on Amazon on the most profitable products. You click the product you want. It is automatically downloaded into your Shopify store. And then it also gives you options of manufacturers. You click on which manufacturer you want. So when a purchase is made, purchase confirmation is automatically gone to the manufacturer, and then they deliver the product. It's literally a couple buttons. At first, I didn't think a lot about it because we had a lot going on, but I spoke with one of the beta testers of this. Really cool story where they spent one day loading it up, didn't look at it for a month, came back and had $2,500 worth of profit. Really cool story there. So we're going to test that really hard for 30 to 60 days and just see what we think. And we might reevaluate after that. But if that's something you're interested in, it's going to be available until January, I think January 31st. Don't quote me on that. I would definitely check it out as soon as possible. But that link is in the bio if you're interested in it. And that's one thing that we're doing. Finally, this is something that's iffy. So print on demand is something I've done in the past. I did with Etsy and in my Amazon seller account for mugs with like cool sayings on them. And it made money, but we didn't do enough. Again, we were doing so well with OA that I didn't want to divide resources into a brand new project like this. But right now, we decided to give it a shot. But that's contingent on whether we're able to get on Amazon or Merch by Amazon. Merch by Amazon seems like a really cool opportunity. And again, that's something I can just hand over to my team and say, you guys crank out as much niche content as you can. And it's difficult to get into Merch by Amazon if you're not aware, like most people get denied. So we're trying some things and we're going to try to get in. If we are able to get into merch, then we will not only do merch, we'll do Redbubble and TeePublic as well. And if we are able to get in, we'll also do a behind the scenes course inside of OBA, and you can learn how we're doing it and how we applied and how we got approved and the kind of products we're making and the money we're making from it. All of that will be available in OBA if we're able to get in. If we can't get into merch, I don't think it's really worth just doing TeePublic and Redbubble based on the research I've done. So that's why there's a question mark. That's depending on if they approve our application, which we will be trying until they do. So once we get back to our 100K a month spend, then I'm going to delegate the remainder into ads for OBA. We actually had really good results from those ads. The problem was the price point was just too low because we were running our founder rate. So this is our plan for 2025. We're going all in on making enough money to get our OA spend back up. Once it gets to 100K a month, we're focusing on growing the Online Business Academy. Again, this is the project I want to change people like you, change y'all's lives by helping you start, run, automate, scale your very own online business, and maybe even something like this where you're able to find multiple businesses that work together. If that is something you're interested in, I would love to help you get started. If you're looking to start or scale your very own business in 2025, I would love to have you inside of the Online Business Academy. There is a monthly option or a one-time payment option, whichever you prefer. Starting February 1st, when the price goes up, it's going up a lot, but we will also, hopefully, if it's available, add a free trial option so you can jump in and see if it's for you. I would love to help you get started or help you scale or even help you automate, like I have with some of these, your very own online business. So I hope to see you on the inside. I hope this was helpful for you, whether you're starting brand new or whether you're trying to scale. I hope it helped you think about your very own business plan for 2025. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you inside the Online Business Academy. Make sure to subscribe because I've got a lot more content coming very soon.